dude just tried to snake my rune. No. Goose! What's going on, YouTube? Today I've got an amazing guide for you guys, chocked with all of the information needed to complete one of the most daunting tasks required for a successful Maplestory account. Do not worry though, if you guys stick around throughout the entire video, I will show you some pro tips to make this process very easy for you. Legion and Link skills are vital for getting stat that doesn't come around as often, and for some classes is even vital for proper performance. There are 4 things leveling up Legion will help you with. The first being, you will get stat that transfers over to every character that you will ever make on the account. This makes the leveling process go easier and quicker as you go on. Secondly, through this process you will get all Link skills. These help make mobbing and bossing easier. This guide brings your Link skills up to level 2, which maxes out most and puts you one step closer to maxing them all. While you level up each class, you will get to try out every sort of playstyle that Maplestory has to offer. It's important to keep in mind that getting a class to 200 can change a character's playstyle completely. So if you like a class from this process, be sure to go on YouTube and do a little bit more research on the class. The last thing you will benefit from is you will be setting up potential bossing mules to 140. And without further ado, the method I'm about to reveal to you, your Legion will end up going from the example on the left to the stat field example on the right. Leveling up alts is one of the easiest ways to progress your account without needing a boatload of mesos. Because the guide is only going to cover my method for leveling up characters to 140, for the purposes of this video, we are only going to look at stat gain from characters at the S rank. If you take a look here, you will see all of the possible stats you can earn from leveling up your Legion. From leveling up specific characters, you can receive anywhere from 220 to 340 main stat, as well as other harder to achieve stats including crit rate, crit damage, boss damage, IED, and even more XP gained. From the actual grid bonuses, you can receive a ton of stat as well. I'm talking about up to 75 main stat, 15 weapon or magic attack, 10% more increased XP, 40% crit, 40% boss damage, 40% monster damage, 40% buff duration, 40% ignore enemy defense, and 20% crit damage. The main stat from the grid is also affected by percent stat equips, while the stat from the Legion block is not. Now that we can visually see how much we gain from Legion, let's take a look at Link skills. If you do not have all of these Link skills already, just slot in any that will increase your damage until you get these. Later in this guide we'll take a look at which of these Link skills you should go for first, but here is the list of the best choices. Phantom's Instinct is Phantoms and it gives you 15% crit. Elementalism and Wild Rage are Kana's and Demon Avengers respectively, and both give 10% damage. Ilium's Tide of Battle gives you 12% damage when stacked up by moving. Evans will give you 50% rune duration with rune persistence. Combo Kill Blessing is Aaron's and gives you an extra 650% XP when collecting orbs. Arc Solace stacks damage just by being in combat up to 10%. Hoi Young is interesting because it gives 14% extra damage on the first hit, so it's perfect for one-shotting up to level 100. Mercedes should be the first one leveled because of Elvin's Blessing, 15% extra XP. That means you'll shave 15% off the Legion grind just by leveling this one. Kane's Link skill Time to Prepare gives you a 17% damage increase when fighting monsters, just like Lara's, but Nature's Friend only gives 11% while fighting monsters, but it gives you a flat 5% damage. The last one for leveling Link skills is Beast Tamer, which gives you another 7% crit and 7% boss. Both of the crit Link skills can be taken out and subbed in with any flat stat giving Link skills if the class you are leveling doesn't struggle obtaining any crit rate. For the bossing Link skills, I'm actually just going to skip over the ones that are shared with the leveling list as you just heard them. These are going to be the Link skills that focus on progressing through bosses. Demon Slayer has Fury Unleashed, which gives 15% boss damage. Luminous is another great one for bossing that gives you 15% ignore enemy defense. Kinesis' Judgment gives you 4% crit damage. Thief's and Cadena's link skills both require Mage link skill to proc for some classes because the damage increase based on debuffed enemies. Unfair Advantage is Cadena's, and that gives 6% damage for the monster being a lower level, and then another 6% if the monster is debuffed. The Thief's link skill gives you 18% increased damage when a monster is debuffed with a 50% uptime. These both can be procced by Mage's link skill as it debuffs enemies hit and gives you 9% damage and IED. The very last best in slot link skill is Angelic Buster, and it is very important for burst classes as it gives 45% increased damage for 10 seconds. Now that I've completely gone through all of the perks of having Legion and Links leveled, let's look at my high efficiency guide for doing this the quickest. It should be no shock to you that when you are spam leveling characters to 140, that I'm going to tell you that the most important characters to level are going to give you bonus XP. The 3 XP giving link skills are going to be Mercedes, Evan, and Aaron. These will help you level faster, therefore give you more Legion levels per hour. The last XP giver in the game is going to be the Zero, which doesn't apply to this guide because it has its own separate leveling system. This class only comes out once or twice a year though, so be sure to make one when they do. Once you get those 3 to 4 out of the way, we can get to the good stuff, doing more damage. Once again, more damage equals more mobs an hour equals this grind will be over quicker. This is why I believe you should go for these characters first. Here on the screen, I have these classes in order of when they should be made. The link skills are more powerful than the Legion perks, so that is why I have you going for them first. The list goes Phantom, Beast Tamer, Demon Avenger, Kana, Ark, Ilium, Lara, Hoi Young, and then Kane. Beast Tamer only comes out once or twice a year, like Zero, but once you have all of these, you will have all best in slot link skills for leveling for the rest of your characters. The next most important characters to level are going to be the extra crit rate Legion characters, which are Marksman and Night Lord. The closer each character is to 100% crit, the more crit damage will scale, which is why now is the perfect time to finish off Jet, Hyoto, and Shade. That's the end of the classes that will give stats for every class you could possibly play. Now you have to ask yourself if you already have a definitive main yet. If you haven't, do not fret, this is the perfect opportunity for you to find one. I know that only getting characters to level 140 does not give you the full picture of how they play, but it gives you a good idea. If you find classes that you like during the Legion grind, just look up YouTube videos of how they change once they reach level 200. At this point, whether you have a main or not, I would recommend finishing off the rest of the bossing link skills that we went over earlier. After that, the classes that still give special stat are Blaster for IED, Mechanic for buff duration, and Corsair for summon duration. The very last thing you can do to max out your Legion for your main is focus on all of the characters that give the flat main stat for your main. Okay, we have a path set, now for the big question. How long is this going to take me? There are going to be a few factors that play into how long this is going to take. First, if your account has the availability to get Monster Park potions, this will decrease the amount of time the grind will take by over 10%, and I used anywhere from 5 to 8 blue or red, green, and gold potions. The second thing to remember is that every class that you level will be quicker than the one before it. On stream, I did this test. I played a class that I had never played before, I didn't have any Legion for its main stat, and I was able to do it in under 2.5 hours. This means that per character, it should take under 3 hours to level a class to level 100. The last thing I'm going to do before showing you my leveling route is to show you how you can get around the map without needing Hyper Teleport Rock. For this guide, you will only need to do this once to get to Savage Terminal, and then after that, you can teleport to other training locations just by pressing U, clicking on the monster, and then clicking Move. The first zone we are going to be leveling in is from 10 to 19 in the Savage Terminal, and those are going to be Hedgehog level 13. The second zone we're going to be leveling in is going to be from level 19 to 25. It's also going to be in Savage Terminal, and those are going to be the Scrap Iron Wastes, level 29. The third place is going to be from level 25 to 30. This is also still going to be in Savage Terminal, and these are the Dumpy Hoodlums, level 35. Fourth place is going to be from level 30 to 50, still in the Savage Terminal. These are going to be the Rotten Cronies, level 40. This one has a little bit of overlap. Once you reach level 32, you can actually head over to the last map in Savage Terminal, the Mean Cronies, and those are going to be level 42. This is my preferred map. After that, level 45 to 60, you can go to Pirion through the U dialogue, and that will take you to the Wild Boars, level 55. I tend to like this map a little bit better once you reach level 52. I just like the layout of the up and down. This is also going to be in Pirion, and it's also in the U UI, but they're Skelly Dogs, level 62. After third job, we can go ahead and head over to Sleepy Wood, and that's going to be from level 60 to 76, and these are the Copper Drakes, level 66. From level 70 to 81, you can head over to Oribos by pressing U, and these are going to be the Celion, level 71. From level 80 to 94, you can really hit any of the mobs in this mine, but this is my preferred map in the Vern Mine. These are the Guard Robot Elves, level 84. The very last map when hitting level 100 is going to be from level 90 to 100 in the Nahal Desert. These are going to be the Sand Rats or the Sand Dwarfs, which are level 89 and 90. Once you reach level 100, we get to the point where you're going to get the most levels per time played on each character. Head over to Zachem and put 1 point into your bossing and mobbing abilities, and make sure that you don't level up your abilities as you level up until you hit 140 to make sure that you don't kill Zachem too early. Every 30 minutes, you're going to go in and only kill Zachem's arms. Once you're done, be sure to log off while you're in the boss room, so that way you spawn immediately in the room that will take you to Zachem. Before reset every day, make sure you full clear Zachem in order to get the boss crystal and extra XP. Cool method you got there, but how long does it actually take? So I've got the numbers up here on the screen. As you can see, from level 100 to 110, it's about 2 levels every time you kill Zachem's arms. From level 111 to 120, 1 level. From level 121 to 130, about 70% to about 50% each run. So we're talking about a level every other run. Then from level 131 to 135, it's about a level every 3 runs. And then for the last 5 levels, it's going to be 4 runs, a level. All of this in total comes out to about 60 Zachem arms to get to 140. Now you say to yourself, 60 runs? That seems like a lot of time. Well, if you really look at it, if you have a bunch of alts parked, every single run only takes about 30 seconds a character. At 60 runs, leveling from level 100 to 140 only takes about 30 minutes of playtime on each character. In total, the 60 runs will take about 30 hours, assuming you did it every 30 minutes. You can do this though up to 54 characters in 30 minutes and then repeat the cycle. If you want to look at the straight math involved with this method, you'll see that this method, assuming that you can level a character every 2.5 hours to 3 hours, is about 40 levels an hour and increases by 1.3 levels an hour for each character you have parked at Zachem. Assuming you have 12 Zachem alts parked, you will make about 55.96 levels an hour. Assuming you only have 1 hour a day to play per week, That translates into 392 Legion levels a week. Assuming you have 2.5 hours a day, that translates into over 980 levels in Legion a week. And then if you play for a whopping 5 hours a day, you can almost get 2,000 Legion a week. It's important to know that this method can only be used to up to 42 characters, and it will bring you up to 6,000 Legion. I have now revealed the best way to level all Legion and Link skills all the way up to level 140. I would just like to thank all of you guys for sticking around through the video. This is my first video, so if you guys have any more video recommendations in the future, please feel free to drop it in the comments. I just want to give you guys a great thanks. Hope you guys have a good day, and hope you guys enjoy this clip to leave off with.